last year as Wasylson lets it fly from the corner and she knocks it down. Big shot for Lauren Wasylson.
I think the biggest thing that a lot of people don't realize is the mental game that comes with it, and you can't let that affect you so much that it will affect you on the court, but there's definitely some doubts that come to my mind. Some days are better than others, and I can tell you that it's been tough. My favorite thing about the game of basketball is just the competitive nature and seeing the progress of getting better every single day. Screen, screen, screen.
Push. Come on, come on.
We're kind of a sports-oriented family, so her brothers and sisters all play different sports. I play sports, his mom played sports, so she kind of grew up around it. She actually played ice hockey for a little bit when I was coaching. She would come out on skates. She wasn't very good at that, but she kind of got interested in sports just from the rest of us.
They did soccer, and that was something we could sign the kids up for. When Lauren played soccer, she started running the other way in opposite direction of the goalpost, and we're like, no, 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 you're going the wrong way. And she was actually running off the sidelines to get snacks that her brother was eating. And that's all she cared about, was that her younger brother was eating her snacks. We're like, soccer's not for you, that's out. So she wasn't interested in it, wasn't curious about it. So then she kind of evolved and played softball. And she was raw talent with that. She could hit the ball out of the park. She just had incredible strength, and that was something she liked. But then the basketball came at 4th grade.
I started playing basketball at the age of 8 in 4th grade. Honestly, a very random thing. I just picked up a basketball and fell in love with the game.
She got her own basketball hoop in the driveway, and she drilled herself all the time and was constantly shooting and practicing and just got better and better.
She just never stopped. Freezing hands were like, come in. She's like, I'm good, I'm good. And you know, she made the team for varsity, JV, and then varsity, and she just fell asleep with the basketball in her bed. She was enamored with the sport.
When did you start to see that she could potentially play basketball at the collegiate level?
So I noticed whenever in the summer, maybe of her freshman year, she got on John Miller's AAU program, and John Miller's a very high-level basketball coach in the Pittsburgh area. He's been around for decades. His son Sean is the coach at Xavier right now. They're just a big basketball representative in the area. And then once she got involved with him, I could see, going to different tournaments and all the different coaches that would be there, that she had a real shot at this.
Why did you decide to commit to Xavier? How did that whole process come about?
I decided to commit to Xavier University because of the coaching staff that have recruited me. They were one of the best, and Cincinnati really gave me the Pittsburgh feel that my hometown has, so that really caught my attention too.
They were 0-3 without her, 2-3 with her so far this season. That's a great look.
The thing that I remember most about Xavier is my friends. I have some of the closest people that will be in my life forever. I just always remember going off campus and just being able to hang out with my friends. They weren't even all student athletes, just every single day being able to step away from the sport and in my element and being able to experience another element outside of basketball. Going into my sophomore year, we had a coaching change, and just knowing who I had committed to my freshman year, I just really wasn't going to fit within the program and the style, so I decided that I wanted to come back home into Pittsburgh and play at Duquesne. When I got to campus, the first couple months here, it felt like I was back at home. It felt like I should have been here initially, and I felt like more in my element. I got to play basketball how I want to play, really regain my love for the game back. And then, unfortunately, I got hurt. I remember distinctly it was a Saturday morning. I was driving into the lane, jump stopped, tried to pivot and make a move around my defender, and my ACL just tore.
When she got injured, what went through your mind as a parent seeing that?
My baby is broken. And all actually I cared about was my daughter getting her body back.
Watching that video was just horrendous, and you immediately feel the pain that she felt almost, but then you start thinking longer term, like, is this going to hurt her collegiately and then throughout her life?
As far as basketball was concerned for me, I was like, I just need you to get well, and it'll come. I just wanted her to be put back together, and that the surgery would go well, and that she would, be resilient and get back on her feet.
I think my parents really helped me get through the process. They were there with me every step of the way, getting all my phone calls of me crying and complaining, and just me going through all the hardships that I did, and then them being there for me to lean on.
She always wanted to do more than she could, really struggled walking the first few days. I just remember trying to help her get out of bed, try to help her do, just day-to-day tasks. She was pretty much handicapped at that point. She couldn't really do anything.
My words to Lauren were, take one day at a time and be patient with yourself. These kids, and Lauren especially, wants things yesterday. She wanted to fast forward to that year, and I'm like, you got to be patient with yourself and kind to yourself, and it will come.
The biggest thing with me was seeing other people overcome things that I couldn't. So, like, my other teammate who I had tore her ACL too, like, she was ahead of me, obviously, but she was walking, and I'm like, well, I need to get there, but I couldn't do it, and I think that was the biggest and most frustrating thing for me.
Do you still think that's the case sometimes?
Sometimes. Just looking back and seeing where I was initially, and then now there is some thoughts of being like, wow, like, maybe I could be a different player than I am now, but I'm definitely on my way to becoming who I was initially.
If you love the sport, you'll do anything to come back. You have that in your heart. You have that as a person to work through these injuries, and I think that if you have that determination and that drive, that you can overcome anything.
Another thing I gave her words of advice was that she wasn't going to play for a year, and that crushed her. And I told her, this may be a blessing for you to be on the outside looking in and learn coaching tactics. It's a whole new dynamic that's a different perspective that you didn't even realize being on the sidelines, and you can take so much to the game at that level, put it in your back pocket later, and it will help you. And don't give up. So that Lauren didn't give up.